coming out and dancing with us. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Did you guys do it? I have no idea. I was dancing too hard. Well done. Well done. I will be back. All right, it looks like we are through equipment check on the Mobtown Mods and the Night Terrors. We haven't even started the bout and I'm exhausted. So, I'm not sure if you people love the Ravens. It's okay if you prefer roller derby. I understand, but I'm not convinced that you love the Ravens. But you know what? I'm from San Francisco.
You are about to witness great feats of athleticism between two of Charm City's most accomplished roller derby teams.
That wear blue and red and are here tonight and about to play each other. She's got my own. All right, it is time to meet your Mobtown mods. Take the track in red. There they are, in all their glory. Up first, Captain number 341, Roxy Balboa. Number F6F Ace Hellcat. Number 2AA battery operated. Number 1001 Colleen Best. Number 1-on-1 SEX. Well, SEX, but you know. Number 34, Lady Kaboom. Number 2, Oh Chit. Number 90, Renaissance. And she's back, number 12, Thoroughblade. One for the heavens. Number 110%, you better believe it, you better work. Number 410, Jinja Ninja on the bench. Also on the bench with her, Grand Theft Autumn. This is the Mobtown Mod!
I won't get picky on the grammar there.
I know, it was very awkward
because
for me.
I'm too excited about the other team that we have to announce. Previously on a 2-year winning streak, looking to get back to the championship game. May I announce in blue and white, these are the Night Terrors! Your captain is number 187, Nugget Butts. Co-captain, number 1, Radar Love. Number U23, Elevation. Number 55cc, Flow Fighting Gale. Number 1.618, I Am Pain. Guest skating for the Night Terrors, number LOL, Pimperella. number 0.05 status bitches. Number 321 Samurai Sword. Number 17 Tarabundia. Excuse me, Tarabundia. Number 131 Winnie the Shrew. Not skating tonight, but still a night terror. Number 3 East Lap Tackle Pop. Your bench staff is Truth Hurts and Mr. Pistol. This is no nightmare. This is a nightmare. This is no dream. These are the night terrors. I don't know what Marty says every time. It's something like that. This is no dream. This nightmare, I don't know. All right, the winner of this bout will compete next week against the Junkyard Dolls for the Donahue Cup, which goes to the champion of the Charm City Rollergirls. The other two teams will also compete next week for third place in the consolation game. And for our first jam at the Charm City Kings Jammer line, for the Night Terrors, number 187, Duck and Butts. And for the Mobtown Bods, number 341,
Roxy Balboa.
Roxy Balboa. Why did they take their names off the uniforms? All right, and your first lead jammer is Duck and Butts. Get used to this.
Oh! A very pretty assist out of Yvette Vork.
Night Terrors will be leaning on Nuck and Butts quite a lot in all likelihood.
Don't cry.
Damn, Nuck and Butts is just sneaky. Sneaky. Oh, gets her points, calls it, but not before Roxy Balboa gets into and essentially through the pack. That was a 3-3. A tie game, one jam in. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Watch your mouth.
Versus Tamari's Sword. She needs to like have a T in the beginning. Oh dear.
All right.
I'm just gonna call her Booty Garland and get it over with.
Second jam of the bout.
Oh dear.
Both jammers jockeying for position within the pack. Oh shit with 2 to beat. I Am Pain giving her some trouble.
Radar Love and
Radar
I Am
Love
Pain to
sending her
beat.
to the turf.
There is a lot of skill and history on these two teams. Chit makes it out. She's lead jammer.
Samurai Sword also out of the pack.
Lil Chit is one of those all-around, hard-nosed players. She can jam, she can block. She is very, very dedicated. And Tamara just sailing across the inside. There goes Tam. Night Terror's up to 7. Mobtown Mod's up to 6.
Very unusual to have a bout of this much importance going on in January. Normally we start the year with an exhibition bout of some sort. So I'm glad these ladies can get up to speed so early in the year because I'm still rusty as all heck.
Yeah, we take the month of December. We do not have a bout in December. Lady Kaboom, how'd you do that? What you doing? I'm skating. I'm roller skating because that's what I do, says Lady Kaboom.
Lady Kaboom is one of the founders of Charm City Rollergirls.
So she not only skates really well, she masterminds stuff.
One of the OGs.
Little situation with the lead jammer behind, and she calls it. Burns some time. Kaboom saw that wall of blue in the back of the pack and knew that even if Futz got into the pack, it was unlikely that she would get a point. So she called it. Very close. Radar Love, back for the Night Terrors. Oh, shit. Back for the Mobtown mods. I wouldn't be so careful if you didn't laugh at me.
One mod in the box, in the penalty box.
Oh, pain. That's mean.
All right, Radar Love is your lead jammer for the Night Terrors.
Thoroughblood holding Radar Love at the back of the pack while Oh Shit has cleared. Thoroughblood getting a thorough hit in. I did not mean for that to be upon him. Very sorry. It was terrible. Oh my God, there's an apex jump. No points for the apex jump, but dang, it was pretty.
The mod's starting very short here, down 2 blockers, while the Night Terrors are at full strength. Lady Kaboom and someone else at the Terms and Engage Jammer line. That would be Pimperella, LOL.
Pimperella, one of the few skaters still around from my class. Pimperella and I tried out for the league together. There goes Lady Kaboom, who was skating for 3 years before we tried out.
I believe this is actually the 7,500th time that Lady Kaboom has been lead jammer in about.
All right, so just to note, that's Thoroughblood going into the box, which means in exactly 1 minute you get to see Thoroughblood coming out of the box. Scary.
Lady Q scores 4 points for the Mobtown mods, establishing their first lead of the night.
All right, looks like Tamurai Sword taking the star for the Night Terrors. First time up on the line tonight, battery operated. She is not powered by AA batteries, I promise. She's got at least a D cell up in there.
Who put it there?
I don't know.
You brought it up.
I did.
I will laugh if she needs it replaced tonight. All right.
Whoa, the booty of Colleen Best, almost single-handedly, despite some offensive blocking out of the Night Terrors, holding back Miss Tamurai Sword, forcing a penalty on her. Bop's looking for her hole. Radar Love trying to hold her off with the help of Nuck and Futz. She's made it to the front of the pack. She's only got 2 to beat. And there she goes. She finds her inside line.
Large contingent of mods fans here by the announcer table. I think their strategy is if they get near the microphones, they can make their applause sound even louder.
A totally stopped pack trying to block battery operated. Again, a difficult thing to do. Being at a standstill can be an advantage for pack control, but you can't block when you are standing still. You have to be moving, and you can't be moving the wrong way on the track. Ouch. Wow, yeah. That would be Tamurai Sword not giving up, springing right back up after a hard hit from Yvette Work. Shakes it off and keeps going.
Battery operated calls things off with what looks like a 12-point lead.
To Mr. Worldwide, all around the world. And now, we're international. So international.
Looks like Roxy Balboa on the line against I Am Pain. And she is. Any architects in the house get that name? I Am Pain. It's kind of awesome. There she goes.
Roxy Balboa flexing her way to lead jammer.
Oh, pretty Roxy.
Touchdown everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. I don't play baseball, but I've hit a home run everywhere.
You know, I remember an OG Mobtown Mods jammer by the name of Penaltina.
Do you?
Christina Bolton.
Penaltina. I heard she's like doing roller derby these. Not roller derby.
well,
she's doing real estate these
She's
days.
moved on. Not only did she make a unfortunate attempt to be the biggest Ravens fan in the house, but she's even better at selling houses, finding a house for you, and putting herself on a banner.
And really, if nothing else, you want her to be your real estate agent just to like spend a lot of time hanging out with her, because she's a good person. She's a seriously good and fun person. You want her on your side.
She eats all kinds of amazing foods too. Anyway, that's her face behind the mods bench.
Ah, Nuck and Futz!
And that is Nuck and Futz calling off the jam. After
Nuck and Futz puts up some points. We are at an 8-point game now. You see that happen? This is close and this is real.
I Am Pain alone at the Charm City Gigs jammer line as we start with a power jam in favor of the Night Terrors. And an official timeout. This is a good time to relax. This is a good time to just relax and let it all go, which is what you would also be able to do if you took advantage of one of our sponsors, About Ski Acupuncture. Many of our girls take advantage of. Apparently, they know something I don't about being stuck with things.
Maybe you could like go get some acupuncture and then go to Soft Touch Photography and have your picture taken while you're feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
And very in touch with yourself.
Yeah, we've mentioned a couple of other photographers tonight, but these guys are the headshot masters.
Yep, they take all of the headshots that you see in the program and up on the screen.
I bet they could photograph other body parts just as well.
Perhaps they know some hand models.
They're going to need a wide angle.
Molaga.
All I know is they're going to need a wide angle lens for my butt.
Okay. I Am Pain is out there jamming against some of her all-star teammates on the Mobtown Mods. They know her tricks. Remember that thing about Thoroughblood coming out of the box? There she goes, coming out of the box.
Thoroughblood comes out of the penalty box at full speed.
Oh, Jesus. I think it was my first night scrimmaging. I had just gotten my orange star. I was allowed to start to scrimmage and play the game. And Bled came out of the box, and she was looking at me. And I peed a little. I'm not too embarrassed to say I peed a little.
You peed a little?
I peed a little. She's... Whoa! You better get out of my way.
You better work. not lead jammer, but... Two-point game as the Mobtown Mods of 28 and the Night Terrors of 26. Nuck and Futz and Roxy Balboa.
Oh, and Canadian Bacon has something yummy and warm. What is that? Canadian
Bacon has visited Bad Decisions. I told you about these guys.
Fresh smoked ham.
Oh, you didn't just get ham. You got ham and turkey.
Do you also have fixins? Are there fixins on your sandwich with your ham?
I hope you put a mountain of horseradish on that.
Oh, wait a second. Nuck and Futz. Oh. Nuck and Futz with lead jammer approaching the back of the pack. There she goes with the apex jump!
That's a move I will never, ever be able to do, no matter how much bacon is on the other side.
And she casually calls it off. Oh, yeah, I got my points. That was fun. I went airborne. Love that. Lead change.
30-28, Night Terrors now in the lead. They are technically the number 3 seed in tonight's playoffs. So they are technically the underdog. But considering that 2-year winning streak they had going, I don't know that they're really the lesser team by any means. That's debatable. I Am Pain.
The only jammer out there is I Am Pain. And she is pushing up the back of that pack. Whoa.
Successfully gets lead jammer status.
Managed to almost shrug off that hit from Thoroughbled.
Magically bored on a quiet street corner, free frustration in our minds and our toes. Quiet storm water, my generation.
Again from Thoroughbled, this time to the outside. She gets it out. She manages to hold it out. There are the points. Night Terrors are back. Oh, there she goes. The pack is at a standstill. And look who's home. Somebody's going to the box. Multiplayer block. Thoroughbled initiated.
Roxy Balboa back on the track.
Multiplayer block. Yes, you can hit people at the same time. A multiplayer block, you cannot hold on to one of your teammates, either by the hand or by the jersey. You can't make an impassable barrier holding on to one of your teammates. So if somebody runs into your hands and they can't get through, you don't just let go. Multiplayer block. You see people holding on to each other for stability and to create walls, which is totally fine. But you can't make it, you can't tighten it to the point that somebody can't bust through. You can't use your hands to block, basically.
I Am Pain giving one of the officials a friendly tip about something they could watch for in the future. Meanwhile, looks like we've got Nugget Buds and battery operated.
Wow. Holy crap. And Ochit just managed to pull a very, very slick cut track on Nuck and Futz.
Nuck and Futz to the penalty box. Power jam in favor of the Mobtown Mods.
Yep, you are seeing this game. Wow, this is a different game.
Battery operated is going to close that gap. Another 5 points grand slam for the Mobtown Mods. Lady Kaboom back on the track for the Mods. Battery operated, another 5 points. They are within 3 of tying this bout. Thoroughbled now on the track.
Very different playing in this game.
Lady Kaboom back in the penalty box. Another 5 points for the Mobtown Mods. They now have the lead, 46-44.
Lead change. Celebrate as you see fit.
Another mod back on the track, and another mod going to the penalty box.
There she goes.
As the mods keep cycling people in and out of the penalty box, that grand slam for the mods brings them to a 51-44 advantage. Nuck and Futz back on the track. Power jam is over. Both jammers threading their way through the pack. Battery operated through, calls the jam before Nuck and Futz can get all of her points. 5 points for the no.
I think she was not able to call it. Perhaps she is not lead jammer. Perhaps there is no lead jammer.
I don't know.
Yep, no name is flashing. Nobody is the lead jammer. We're going for a full 2.
That's another 5 for battery operated. She can just skate this one out.
Futz gets through. Bops follows her. A bunch of points on the board. Man.
Another 9 points combined going back on the board. Timeout called by the Night Terrors.
Lots of confusion. Night Terrors are going to want to get it together now. Mobtown Mods have retaken the lead at 60 points to 48. If you haven't noticed, there's an incredibly cute baby right here. So ladies, if you feel like ovulating right now, just come down here and take a look.
Right on up, so get up,
Dear Lord.
But if you steal that baby, we will have to stick our lawyers on you. And those would be Jonah Hickey and Stitchell.
They keep us honest. Yes, they do.
They keep us honest, and they sue baby snatchers.
They do. They do.
Gleefully.
Because really, we do keep it on the up and up around here. There's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Can I just tell
You wouldn't believe how much work there is to make a bout like this go on. We need all of the skaters to be serving on committees. This is not just I train one night a week. You train 2 to 4 days a week, and you are also serving on committees to make all of this happen. We need volunteers too. There are volunteers that came early today, starting at noon, and helped us build this floor. This floor was not here. Every piece of plywood was carried from over there. Every piece of plastic was carried from over there. And after the bout, we're going to pick it up again and put it back there and then go dance our butts off at the Lighthouse Tavern. Roxy Balboa has lead jammer for the Mobtown Mods.
Elevation has also made her initial pass, trying to catch up. Keep the Terrors in the game. You better work having to give it up to Elevation, who gets 5 points on that pass.
So if I wasn't clear, we love our volunteers, and you too can volunteer with the Charm City Rollergirls. And if you volunteer, you get in for free and also pizza.
Let's be honest, we need a lot of help, and that's not because the announcers are retarded. It's because it takes a lot of people to do this. If you want to be a roller girl, there are tryouts. If you want to be a volunteer, we'll take them. If you want to be a rep, we'll trust you. If you want to be a sponsor, we want your money. Get details on all of these things at CharmCityRollerGirls.com.
Well done. Oh, hopping right through it. There goes battery operated.
I should get a job in radio.
You could. You could.
I bet I would
Maybe look into that.
I wonder if there's an alternative station I can be on. All right, battery operated.
Whoa!
Passing I love.
That was really, really smooth, Pops. Did you know that was smooth?
5 points and calling it off.
All right, here they come. We've got one mod standing in the box. She is standing. That means she has less than 10 seconds to serve.
Your jammers are nuts and butts, and you better work.
You better work. And she was beat through.
Nuts and butts barely makes it out before you better work. After trying to block you better work at the jammer line. You better work out of bounds. Nuggets Butts takes the inside route and scores another 5 for the Night Terrors.
Now we usually see with the Charm City All-Stars, you see Yvette work blocking primarily, and often for the mods too. She is a lot to get around. She's got long legs. She's really strong, and she goes for it. Seeing her jam is just so fun. And it shows you where her name comes from.
Oats it to the penalty box. Jam is called off, giving us a score of 73-62. Doris was mentioning a moment ago that some mythical team called the All-Stars. For those of you who are new to roller derby, we do 2 things. We have bouts where our own girls are taking on each other, as you've been seeing tonight, and we have other bouts where our all-star team takes on teams from other cities. And our all-star team is virtually always nationally top 15, sometimes top 10, top 5. One of the best roller derby leagues in the country, right here in Baltimore.
In the world. It is worldwide now.
Because there are steroids in the crabs that we eat. That's why. Nobody's wanted to reveal that to you, but I'm here to put it out there.
The Chesapeake loves us. Radar love. There she goes. Points and go. very smart move. She's closing the gap a little bit. Night Terrors pick up a couple of points. They are now within 8 points of the Mobtown Mods. Very close. Yvetta Work takes the line again for the Mobtown Mods. Nuck and Futz again for the Night Terrors. We saw a really interesting little style face-off in the way they took this line the first time. Yvetta on the on the fake-out push.
Oh!
Yeah.
You bet against the best of Nuck and Futz and just barely against Lee Dammer ahead of her.
Yeah. A Nuck and Futz is just plain slippery. She is fast. She is very jumpy. She can do anything with her feet. What's she gonna do? Yvetta is forced to call off the jam by Nuck and Futz.
Well, that was a tease. I don't like that.
But you know what? We get to do it again.
I want to see people scoring.
It's gonna happen. Here we go. I Am Pain takes it for the Night Terrors.
I don't want to have to rent videos to see people scoring.
Good God. Are we back there?
Yeah, we went there.
I feel sad. You went there. Okay, what? I'm taking them there.
about
Roxy Balboa is the jammer for the Mobtown Mods.
I'm talking about NFL films and
Oh,
movies. What do you think I was talking about?
I have no idea what you were talking about.
That's
okay.
right. You don't.
Because I am above such things. I have no idea. Oh, okay. Roxy's out. Roxy's got a penalty on her, and
That's a power jam for the
looks
Night
like-
Terrors, and I Am Pain.
there was a forearm called on Roxy Balboa. So I Am Pain is in a power jam situation. She's got a fast pack. She's got a fast pack to outrun, but good thing she was a national champion speed skater. There she goes. Ace Hellcat out of the box, named after her grandfather, a flying ace, Ace Hellcat.
I Am Pain, national speed skater, Charm City All-Star, Nintendo champion.
And owner of 2 awesome dogs.
I made up the Nintendo champion part.
I don't know.
She's a 7-time winner of stuffed jalapeno eating contests.
Oh, Roxy sneaks it in. Roxy just came out of the pack. The pack did not know she was coming. This is a place where the announcers can't say what they see.
We can say other things. There's always something to talk about.
But you see how it would be bad if we said, oh, Roxy's out of the box. Here she comes. And the pack goes, hey, she's coming. And then they change what they're doing.
Tara Boomdier and battery operated at the Charm City Cakes jammer line. Tara Boomdier's first time in that position tonight. Both ladies taking the outside route. Tara Boomdier
There she goes.
gets the best of it, and she is your lead jammer.
I love it.
Battery operated out of the pack. Tara Boomdier still working her way through her first scoring pass. Oh shit, down on the floor.
But Tara looking really good and confident. She's been taking leaps this past season in her skills. There goes Bops behind her.
Tara Boomdier calls it off.
There was 1 point going on the board.
Timeout, Mobtown Mods. Looking to get their house in order.
The song, I just kind of want to bop my head. You want to bop your head?
So, if anyone ever told you that roller derby is for girls, they're sadly mistaken. Because there is a kick-ass men's roller derby team
Talk about meat on wheels.
in this city. They're called the Harm City Homicide. And they are also looking for people who want to compete. In fact, I'm an honorary member.
Oh, yes?
If I ever would come to practice, they'll let me play. My roller derby name is Slamuel L. Jackson.
Very nice.
Second best roller derby name ever. But if you would like to, if you are a man or aspire to be a man and would like to play roller derby, go to harmcityharmside.com. Check out what they're doing, how to be one of them, and where you can see them beat on each other. Many of them are officials for the girls' leagues.
Yes.
You're seeing a couple of them now.
And that's how, I think that's how a lot of the guys just got interested in it in the first place, is they were involved with derby from the women's side and said, I want to do that. That's fun. And
much of men's roller derby evolved out of officials.
There she goes.
And
a very well strategized pass by Roxy Balboa. She looked for her hole. She went for them every time.
She looked for her hole?
Plural. All right. Ouch. Oh. Strong hit by Status Bitchin', who is a statistician. Get it?
I just like her jammy pants.
Well, she's within a 0.5% of reliability there. That's 0.005. It's pretty good. Oi, yes, the Night Terrors are forcing Roxy
There has to be a
way
limit.
to the back, and it's only limited by they have to be within 20 feet of each other. The pack is extended. They're using those yellow markers to make sure that the pack is still a pack. But Roxy takes advantage of the fact that the Night Terrors strung themselves out to make that happen. The Night Terrors were all spread out, so they couldn't block her as she decided to come through. So when she was back on the track, it was hers.
We have a tied score. Both teams at 82 with 3 minutes left and a half.
There she goes.
Battery operated.
Oh.
Another scoring pass. 5 points. A grand slam for the Mobtown Mods. Now taking the lead again. What did I say? I said, I'm used to saying battery operated.
I know, she's been really doing it.
Save that comment for later. I'm sure battery operated will score sometime. Everybody gets to score. All right, now there's battery operated.
Up against Tamurai Sword and Blue.
You talk about somebody so much, their name just gets stuck in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to call everybody Nuck and Fudge tomorrow.
Yeah. What, are you Nuck and Futz? You're going to get hit. All right. Full complement pack for red. Only 3 out there for the blue.
I can see it coming now. I'm going to call somebody Nuck and Fudge, and they're going to say to me, no, you're Nuck and Fudge.
I don't think that's what they'll say.
Close. They'll say something that rhymes with that. Now battery operated is your lead jammer.
And that's why blocking skills help jammers, ladies and gentlemen.
The period clock and the jam clock are 1 second apart.
20 points pulled by Tamurai Sword. Off she goes.
Battery operated calls it off with 1.25 minutes left on the period clock.
Wow. Only an 11-point game in favor of the mods.
In all likelihood, this jam will take us to halftime. Lady Kaboom and Nuck and Futz at the Charm City Cakes jammer line.
Nuck and Futz pulling her little jump trick. Lady Kaboom just waiting for her hole. Oh, there it is. Off she goes.
Lady Kaboom by half a nose is your
Oh,
lead jammer.
and
Nuck
she's
and Futz
out.
takes her out of bounds.
They're just having fun with each other now. Lady Kaboom calls it off. 0-0, but that was fun to watch.
That leaves us with insufficient time for another jam. I believe 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's halftime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is last call.
Last call for alcohol. If you are in the mood for some Flying Dog or some other adult beverage, head to the vendor room now and partake. Don't forget to visit Bad Decisions for the pit ham, beef, and turkey. Visit the Charm City, or visit the Junkyard Dolls table for pizza. There's also a catering table there with some fine foods. There is a cupcake table, and there's like a smoothie hut.
Yeah, and it's actually like a smoothie hut.
Yeah,
It's
there's
got like a roof and
like a straw roof and everything.
very cool.
Smoking out on the